Hey, good morning, Beefs. It's Friday, and I'm Cade, your host. This week we're talking about looking the part, which in the trans community is called passing, which I don't really like the term passing because it assumes that you're not the person that you're representing. And but it's something that a lot of trans guys or trans people struggle with at the beginning, because you're going from one representation to another, and it can be difficult to know how to portray yourself so that others will respect you and will perceive you in the way that you want to be perceived. I think the most difficult part of it for me now is that I don't have a difficulty passing, and I don't have a problem being perceived as who I am, and so I have an even harder time with people understanding why I would be in an LGBT setting, because to the untrained eye, I look like a very straight male with no, a bio-male with no previous background. It's really early. I'm sorry, my words aren't quite functioning. There's still some synapses that haven't set off yet. So I apologize if this video is a little scattered, but I'm doing my best. So, things I would suggest to people who are just transitioning or who know someone who's just transitioning. I think in the trans community it's more about dressing and acting how you feel comfortable. Because if you feel like you should wear a certain shirt, or if you should pack but you don't feel comfortable doing that, or if you should act hyper masculine and you're really more feminine, and those things aren't going to work, and you're not going to look like the person that you are, because you'll just look unnatural. Does that make sense? You'll just look like someone who's trying too hard, and I think that for the most part that will hinder you instead of helping you. Finding out how to portray your identity is always really tough. If you're gay or if you're trans or otherwise, I mean, it's difficult to figure out. Everyone's been through that awkward stage. Even straight people go through that awkward stage of what to wear and who they are, and for girls, if they're more feminine or if they're not, or there are many different facets of everyone's personality that need a little fine tuning around our age. So don't feel like you're alone in that, because it's not just gay people. What can I tell you? I think the coolest thing about where I am in transition now is that I'm secure in all of those passing insecurities. I know why I do things, and I know that acting like myself and dressing how I want and being true is okay. It doesn't hurt me at all. I ultimately just came to the conclusion that people are going to see you how they want to see you, and sometimes there's just not a lot that you can do about that. So as long as you're comfortable with it, that's probably the best outcome that you're going to get. I wish that I was more animated lately. I'm having some stressors in life, and they've gotten me a little downtrodden, but nevertheless, things will get better. I'm a little unfocused right now, so bear with me. in that regard. I hope that you guys are doing well. The last question is about clubs and bars and coffee shops and all of that jazz. Funny that this should be the question, because I sort of have a difficult time in the bars now, clubs. Well, I did. I'm dating someone new, so I'm not really bar hopping and looking to meet anyone. But when I did, I got hit on a lot by gay men. And don't get me wrong, I love gay men, but I'm not interested in them. And because I was in a gay setting, and because Texas is there's a very strong binary, even in the gay world, around how people perceive you and how you should act and how many types of gay people there are. So I would always get hit on by gay men, and then the lesbians in the community would just question why I was there. It was never just sort of understood that I'm a person and that I enjoy being out in this community and being involved. I automatically look like an ally because I don't portray gay characteristics, which is sort of interesting because that's not always how my life has been led, so it's different to be on this side now. But other than that, I mean, in coffee shops or in other public settings, there is no way to know that I'm trans. And I think that's what's most shocking when you tell people, is like, people are like, I would have never known. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of the point of you never knowing. So we don't wear signs. We are amongst you. Which is kind of funny to me. But no, there is no, there's no real way of knowing unless we tell you, or unless someone's out, and people will just have to accept that. I wish it made more sense, and I wish I could ramble on and on like I usually do. I wish I wasn't so distracted, but it's almost fall. And I am really, really excited about that. Why, you ask? Because fall is the best season ever. You get to layer, you get to drink soy chai, you can smoke cloves, you can relax, and it's not humid and sticky and hot, especially in Texas. There's like the perfect 4 days right around my birthday in September that are absolutely divine. So I'm looking forward to that. And until then, just gonna keep on keeping on. So I hope that you guys understand that no gay necklace or gay apparel or right handshake at the bar is gonna help you. There's no manual for this. So the best you can do is be real. I hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya.